The rain had been falling for hours, turning the sidewalks into rivers and the night sky into a blur of gray and flashing streetlights. Sam Turner, a single dad of two, was exhausted after a double shift at the auto shop. All he wanted was to get home, warm up some leftover spaghetti, kiss his kids goodnight, and maybe, just maybe, sit down for 5 quiet minutes. But life, he knew too well, doesn't always let you walk the straight path home. As he crossed the nearly empty parking lot behind a downtown bar, he noticed someone stumbling near a dumpster. At first, he thought it was just another drunk yelling at the rain. But then he saw her collapse, hard, onto the wet pavement. His heart kicked. Something in him just wouldn't let him walk away. Before we begin, if you enjoy heartfelt, inspiring real-life stories, don't forget to subscribe to True Story Tales. Hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us bring more powerful stories your way. Sam rushed closer, his boots splashing through puddles, the cold wind slicing through his jacket. The woman was curled up, shivering, muttering words he couldn't make out. Her expensive dress was soaked, her hair a tangled mess, and her phone was lying face down in the water, its screen shattered. She looked completely out of place in that alley, like a fallen queen. "Ma'am. Hey, you okay?" Sam asked gently. She tried to sit up, but failed. "Just go away," she slurred. "Walk away, idiot." He could have taken the insult and left. He could have saved himself a very long night. But something inside him, maybe that stubborn compassion his late wife used to joke about, kept him kneeling beside her. "I'm not leaving you here," he said softly. "Come on, let's get you somewhere safe." She groaned, annoyed, embarrassed, maybe both. But she didn't push him away again. Sam helped her stand, draping her arm over his shoulder. Her heels slipped on the wet ground, her knees buckling. She was barely conscious. The nearest shelter was full that night, and the bar staff had already clocked out. He couldn't take her to his tiny apartment with his kids asleep inside. So he took her to the only place he could think of, the 24-hour diner 2 blocks down. The bell jingled as they stepped inside, the warm air hitting their cold skin like a blessing. The waitress, Martha, raised an eyebrow but didn't say a word. She knew Sam. She trusted him. Sam sat the woman in a booth, wrapped a dry towel around her shoulders, and ordered a cup of hot coffee. She stared at it before mumbling, "You don't know me. You don't owe me anything, maybe," Sam said, sliding into the seat across from her. "But kindness doesn't need a reason." She blinked at him, her eyes glossy, confused. "People like you don't help people like me. What's that supposed to mean?" She didn't answer. Her head dropped onto the table, and within seconds, she was asleep. Sam sighed. He wasn't about to leave her alone in a public place like that. So he stayed. All night. He sipped coffee he couldn't afford and watched strangers come and go while rain washed the city outside. He didn't know who she was. He didn't know why she was alone. He just knew she needed help. By morning, his eyes were burning from exhaustion. His phone buzzed with messages from his babysitter. "Kids woke up. Asking for you. Everything okay? Almost home." He texted back. The woman finally stirred. She sat up slowly, blinking as if the world itself hurt to look at. Then her gaze landed on Sam. Still there, still tired, still watching over her. "Why are you here?" she whispered. "You were in trouble," he replied simply. Her face twisted with embarrassment. "I'm so sorry. Last night, I said things. I was awful." Sam shrugged. "You weren't exactly in your right mind." She looked around, realizing where she was. "Did you stay all night? Couldn't let you sit here alone." For a long moment, she just stared at him. Something softened in her expression, something human, vulnerable, almost grateful. "You really could have walked away," she said. "Yeah," Sam answered. "But I didn't." She exhaled shakily. "You should have." He smiled. "Maybe. But kindness is stubborn." The woman's lips twitched, not a full smile but close. Then she said something that would shake Sam's entire world. "My name is Veronica Hayes." Sam froze. The name was familiar. Too familiar, because Veronica Hayes wasn't just some stranger. She was the CEO of Hayes Dynamics, one of the largest tech companies in the state. A name you hear on the news. A name people whispered with awe or fear. Sam swallowed. "The CEO, yes." She took a deep breath. "And last night, you saved me. You saved my life." He held up his hands. "I just helped someone who needed help. Nothing more." But Veronica shook her head. "No. It's not nothing. People usually want something from me. A job, a connection, money. You didn't ask for anything. I didn't help you for a reward. I know. That's what makes it different. She glanced at her ruined phone and sighed. My life looks shiny on the outside, but it's falling apart. I've been hiding burnout, pressure, loneliness. I didn't even know where I was walking last night. I could have. She couldn't finish the sentence. Sam softened his voice. You're okay now. That's what matters. She looked at him with an intensity that made him shift uncomfortably. Who are you, Sam Turner? Just a mechanic. Single dad. Nothing fancy. Veronica blinked thoughtfully. Single dad. Yeah. My wife passed 3 years ago. It's been rough, but I'm doing my best. Something in Veronica's expression changed, as if she finally saw him not just as a stranger who saved her, but as a human with his own battles, his own storms. Sam, she said quietly. No one has shown me real kindness in a long time. What you did last night, it meant more than you think. He tried to wave it off again, but she leaned forward. Let me do something for you. You don't need to. I'm not offering out of guilt, she cut in. I'm offering because you reminded me that there's good in people, and I want to pay that back. Sam hesitated. He didn't want to take advantage. But Veronica wasn't asking. She was insisting. What did you have in mind? He asked cautiously. She gave a small smile. First, breakfast. My treat. And then, we'll talk. They ate quietly. And afterward, she asked him about his life, his kids, his job, his dreams. Sam told her the truth. He loved fixing things, but he dreamed of opening his own garage one day. A place where people didn't get scammed. A place built on honesty. Veronica listened like every word mattered. When the meal was done, she reached across the table and placed her business card in his hand. Come to my office tomorrow, she said. I think I can help you. Sam stared at the card, stunned. Veronica, I don't want charity. This isn't charity, she replied. This is a chance. And people who show kindness in the dark, they deserve light too. The next day, Sam showed up at Hayes Dynamics, feeling completely out of place in his worn jacket and work boots. But Veronica greeted him warmly. She introduced him to her board. And then, right there, in front of all of them, she announced a new community initiative, a partnership program supporting small local businesses. And Sam Turner? He would be the very first beneficiary. They would fund the startup costs for his garage, provide tools, training, a launch location. Sam was speechless. It felt unreal, like stepping into a life he had only ever dreamed of. Veronica smiled at him, her eyes gentle. Kindness comes back, she said. Sometimes when you least expect it. Sam swallowed hard. Thank you for believing in me. No, she replied softly. Thank you for reminding me what really matters. A year later, Sam's garage, Turner's Honest Auto, was thriving. His kids were proud. His life had transformed. And every month, Veronica stopped by, not as a CEO, not as a stranger he once rescued, but as a friend. And sometimes, when the weather turned cold and rain washed the city in gray, Sam thought back to that night. How easy it would have been to walk away. How simple it would have been to ignore someone who needed help. But kindness does not walk away. Kindness kneels beside strangers. Kindness sits through long nights. Kindness waits, listens, and refuses to give up on people. And in the end, kindness always finds its way back to whoever you are watching this. Remember, your simple act of compassion might be the very moment that changes someone's entire life. Or your be kind. Be the reason someone believes in good again.